You know, it may seem like there are endless financial challenges today. From inflation to the market jumping up and down, it can be hard to feel protected from these things, especially if you're in or near retirement. Well, today we have guests that say there are ways to help prepare for and overcome those challenges. Joining us, we've got Gary Mattson and Taylor Steward, part of the family at Mattson Financial Services. They're a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Taylor, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys taking the time out. Let's talk about the big game, right? The goal line, of course, being retirement. How do you help people reach that?
Yeah, so I mean, that's what we do every single day. We meet with our clients and we meet with new people to really enhance their overall retirement, their plan, make sure they get that income that they need. They're not paying too much in taxes. And, you know, it is football season, so like that, there's times where we've got to call audibles as well. We've got to make sure that we're flexible and looking at all of these areas to make sure that this team is working together cohesively.
When there's so much going on, Gary, so much uncertainty. Really right now in the market. A lot of people are getting nervous, a little bit anxious. What's the one thing somebody should be focusing on? It seems like there's a lot of moving parts here.
Yeah, the real thing is we don't know what asset's going to come up tomorrow and how far and those type of things, so it means to be well diversified. Okay. So if you've got stocks and bonds and those are correlating assets, you know, stocks go up, bonds are supposed to go down, bonds go up, stocks are supposed to go down. But sometimes they all go down. And in fact, the last 22 years, a third of the time, they both went down steeply. So you got to be prepared to have other assets in there that will do well for you and actually lower your risk, but give you an opportunity to have better returns. And so that's what we call alternative investments other than stocks and bonds, an important part of the portfolio.
Absolutely. And what kind of things can someone do to prepare themselves for this successful retirement, especially if there's another financial storm, let's call it? You know, it seems like people are talking recession, depression, things like that. How can people prepare for something like that when it happens?
And it starts with getting that plan in place or taking a look at everything and understanding how your investments work, and understanding your advisor's philosophy. Does that match your own? Right? Does their philosophy match well with yours? Does your risk tolerance, is that reflected appropriately in the investments that you're in? Because a lot of times we see some frustration with clients, their account values going up and down, people that are coming through the door and saying, I just really don't understand it. I feel like there's not anything that I can do, right? So sitting down with that fiduciary advisor, we're going to take a look at all of your underlying holdings, understand where you're coming from a risk perspective on the emotional side, but then on the financial side. And those things often are quite different, right? Your emotional risk tolerance in the marketplace, how you feel, versus what your portfolio can actually withstand and still have that long-lasting, successful retirement. So taking a deep dive look at all of those things is a big deal, making sure that, you know, you've got that successful plan moving forward.
You know, it's nice to hear a financial planner who actually thinks about how we're feeling and what we're thinking instead of just the numbers, right, up and down. So you work with many successful clients, all right? So what are they incorporating, right, into the planning? What are they doing right that other people should emulate? What's a good practice?
Yeah, looking at all of the pieces of that retirement puzzle and bringing them together, right? Tax planning, investments, of course, how your portfolio is working, the income that you need, and then making sure that you have enough of that income, but we're still able to grow that portfolio and protecting our assets as well. If something happens to you or a family member, we want to make sure that those hard-earned dollars that you have are protected. So it's really bringing all of those, it's a multifaceted approach and making sure that they're all working efficiently together.
And being aware of what we call the mileage age markers.
Okay.
So things start at 50, and of course at 72 you have your required minimum distributions. Okay. You know, 59 and a half, you can take money out of your retirement accounts. 65, you got to plan for Medicare. What are you doing between Medicare age and then required minimum distribution, which is your Social Security withdrawals? All of this comes together in that enhanced plan, and if you do it incorrectly, you could be paying taxes that you otherwise should not be paying.
And that's what you're describing, an enhanced plan. Now, that's how it really differs from other retirement plans, right? Is by getting all of these other factors involved?
Yeah, and planning for those milestones and the things that we don't want to talk about but will happen. Somebody passing, leaving somebody behind, or Medicare or medical help you need when you're going to long-term care, those type of things. All of that needs to be part of the plan.
And what about business owners? I know that we talk a lot about individual plans here, but that's got to be a whole different ball of wax when you're dealing with somebody who owns a business, right?
Absolutely. And one of the toughest things for business owners is how am I going to exit that business? And then comes all sorts of other problems, right? How are we going to make sure that that's affordable for the person that's buying it, but you can maintain your lifestyle? Are you going to be paying too much in taxes, making sure that that business sale is structured appropriately? Are you selling it to a family member or an outside source? Or how long are you going to be on staff with that business before you're officially done, right? So there's a lot of things that we got to think about as far as getting rid of that business or selling it, but then how is those dollars in lifestyle going to transition into your retirement years and continue to provide the income like your business is for the last 20 years? The next 20 years, how is that going to be provided, that income?
And if you are at home right now thinking that's too much to think about, right? The good news is that's what you guys do.
That's what we enjoy.
You guys enjoy thinking about this stuff. So great information on people can help you. You can help protect their investments, secure that retirement, never run out of money. How do people get a hold of you and get this all started?
Well, if they would like to get together and do an exit strategy for their business or review of where they're at,
sure,
or they're already in retirement, if they saved at least $500,000 or more in those categories, for the next 5 callers, what we'll do is we'll sit down and actually do an enhanced comprehensive plan. We're going to look at it all, and then we're going to give you a financial roadmap exactly where you need to go, where you need to be, what's going on right now, what's coming up that you should be aware of, and how to structure things getting you not just to retirement, but as we call it, through retirement successfully.
Absolutely, great offer. So if you're one of those, you fit that criteria, that's a nice offer. All you have to do is, well, take advantage of it. From Mattson Financial, if you're retiring or already retired and you want to make sure you're better protected. Gary, Taylor, the rest of the team, they're going to sit down with you personally to customize a retirement plan just for you. Yes, business owners, you too, a comprehensive enhanced plan that includes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, and so much more to help you get to and through that retirement you deserve. So reserve one of those spots now. Call 616-514-3831. That's 616-514-3831.